Hi, I'm Stephanie Powell. I'm an associate professor in the Department of Geography and the Department of Environmental Science Policy and Management. I've been challenged to explain the 101 of biogeography in 101 seconds. Let's go. Biogeography is the study of plants and animals and how they're distributed across the earth. A lot of biogeographers use maps to understand the distribution and diversity of living things. Many biogeographers use satellite data to map things like plant distributions across landscapes. The satellite instruments can measure really unique properties of reflectance from different surfaces. These instruments can measure portions of the spectrum that we can't see with our own eyes. So, for example, near-infrared or shortwave infrared or even thermal emitted energy. And all that information can be mapped to help us understand the distribution of plants and, for example, how vegetation might respond to a drought across a landscape. Or remote sensing can help us see and understand how patterns of vegetation can change across space and time. The aha moment for me was seeing a map from a satellite. All these different colors on the maps, they weren't made up. They were reflecting real properties of the Earth's surface. And so that was what was really struck me. One of the things that we're working on in my lab is trying to understand how vegetation responds to differences in grazing intensity. We know that overgrazing is generally bad for vegetation and soils, but some amount of grazing can actually benefit native grasses. And so we can use remote sensing to try to estimate grazing intensity across the landscape and then try to look at which species are growing and establishing the following spring. I think it's super critical right now because humans are changing the Earth in really rapid and dramatic ways. These satellites are really one of our only tools that can give us a view across a large landscape and help us understand changes over time.